Hi everyone, happy Monday. I'm excited to keep going on with the lessons with you all. And I have switched to Google Forms. I know that many of you were asking for that, so now you have no excuse to not do your work. You definitely should be getting your friends to do theirs. Please spread the word saying science is on Google Forms now. It's super easy, do it. I wanna have more of you doing my work than anybody else's, so help me out with that. But let's get started. I will share my screen so we can all be looking at the same thing. And this is what your Google Form should look like. I made it all sciencey. I don't know. We're learning how to use this. So you're gonna make sure you put in your name in your homeroom. So if you haven't done that already, please do that. And we're going to keep moving. All right, we have a PDN. We have a couple questions here. I want you, like we normally did before Google Forms, to pause my video and complete your PDN and then hit play again on my video when you're ready to move on. So go ahead and do that now. Okay, if you've hit play, it means that you have done your PDN and you're ready to move on. There's nothing that we really need to go over with this PDN because your answers will vary. I really just want to hear what's interesting to you and how you're finding this content so I can figure out where to go from here. This was not the plan for 8th grade science, but I thought it was pretty interesting, and if you have to learn from home, might as well be interesting, but maybe you don't find it interesting, and that's important for me to know. I'm going to keep moving. All right, you are going to watch a brain pop video. On your screen, it should look different from mine because I'm on the edit version, but your link should be blue, and you should be able to put in that KAC8 science username and password. Like always, after you watch the muscles video, there are a lot of other related videos you can watch, related readings. You can explore brain pop. That username is for you to use to explore. But for now, please go ahead and pause me so you can watch the brain pop video and then answer the 3 questions when you're done. The main thing you are thinking about is voluntary versus involuntary muscles. So pause me and hit play once you've watched the video and answered the questions. Go ahead. Okay, if you're listening to me, it means that you have finished the brain pop video, you've answered the questions, you're ready to move on. So I'm gonna go over these with you. You'll get, when you turn in the Google form, you'll obviously know if you got it right, but I wanna make sure before you get to your exit ticket that you understand this. So where it says based on the brain pop video, what is the difference between voluntary and involuntary muscles? The answer there would be the third one, C. Your involuntary muscles work on their own, but you control your voluntary muscles, right? I'm moving around, I'm waving my arms. Like, these are voluntary muscles in my arms that I'm choosing to move. My arms are not just moving at random. Sometimes we have like muscle spasms where your arm might like twitch by itself, but really you have to control these muscles. If I want to get up and walk, I'm controlling those muscles. Now, an involuntary muscle would be something like your heart, where that beats all day long. I don't have to think beat. Like, we would all die if that happened. Your involuntary muscles work on their own. Think about it this way: voluntary, you're volunteering them to work. You are choosing to make them work. Involuntary, they're not being, like, you're not choosing to make that happen. They work on their own. So for the next 2, muscle, for your heart, you should have said involuntary, and for bicep in your arm, you should have said voluntary. If you have questions, please come to office hours, or even if you just want to chat and say hey. But let's move on. I'm going to read these notes to you. There's 3 parts. That's pretty much it for today. It's pretty short. And with each part, you're going to answer a question. So I'm going to start reading to you. The function of the muscular system is movement. All movement in the body is controlled by muscles. There are over 650 muscles in the human body. My dog wants to say hi. Actually, he wants to play. Hi. He's using his muscles too. Anyways, there are over 650 muscles in the human body. Muscles work by expanding and contracting. When muscles get a signal from its nerve, the muscle either relaxes or contracts. This is how your muscular system and nervous system work together. So for example, I'm going to use that hot stove example that was all over Friday's lesson for nervous system. You touch a hot stove, which remember is a stimulus. Your nerve sends a neurotransmitter message. I apologize. So I'll go back. You touch a hot stove, which is a stimulus. Your nerve sends a neurotransmitter message to your brain. So remember, it sends all the way up through your spinal cord to your brain, and then your brain sends a message back. that message tells your muscles to move. It says, move that hand away. So that's how your nervous system is controlling your muscular system. And then lastly, you have voluntary and involuntary muscles. So you have two questions here. What is the main job of the muscular system? And then I want you to come up with another example. I gave one with the hot stove and moving my hand, but another example of your muscular system and your nervous system working together. Go ahead and answer the questions. Hit pause on me, and then hit play when you're ready for me to keep reading to you. Go ahead. If you've hit play, it means you've answered the questions, and we're going to move on. So down here, muscular system part 2. It says voluntary muscles are also known as skeletal muscles because they cover your skeleton and move your bones. So your voluntary muscles are the ones all over your bones that you move. You have to think to make these work, even if you don't realize you're thinking about it. In other words, you have to volunteer them to work, which is why they are called voluntary muscles. These are the muscles that make your body move around. We have 2 questions here. Please pause me, go ahead and answer the questions and hit play when you're ready to move on. Okay, if you have hit play, it means that you are ready to move on. Muscular system notes part 3. Involuntary muscles move on their own. You do not have to think to move an involuntary muscle. They expand and contract, it should say, without you thinking about that. There are 2 types of involuntary muscles. Smooth muscles, these are muscles that do not connect to bones. They control organs without you having to think about it. And for example, muscles in your stomach that churn food. So you don't have to think to make your stomach muscles digest your food. Cardiac muscles, this is your heart. It pumps blood throughout your body without you thinking about it. So involuntary muscles move all on their own. You don't have to think about it. You're going to answer the question and then do your exit ticket, and we are good to go. So hopefully that felt easy enough. That's what you should expect for the rest of this week. On Friday, it's not even going to be a science lesson. It's going to be like a Friday little just check-in. Let me see how you're doing. If you have any questions, call or text, or obviously come to office hours. Otherwise, enjoy the rest of your Monday. Miss you all.